this is, and how sheer strength is a key ingredient of success in these conditions. Every landing is a hard one. Black Magic, Vincent and Jade Berridge, and ironically it can be harder on the navigator because he or she can't anticipate the impacts like the pilot can and has no wheel to brace themselves with. Sarah Curitan in Team Purple just has to sit there and take it and give Stuart Curitan the right call on navigation round a 35-mile course. This just isn't easy, even though he, like the other P150s we've seen, seems to have the trim and balance well set, but it's just rougher than it looks. Rounding out into the calmer waters as they make their turn to the west and face into the wind will smooth the ride for them, but it's never anything but rough out here, even on a fine sunny day when the weather is calm. We're a good 10 miles offshore as the course turns towards Old Harry, and you can contrast that with the normal races when they're just a few hundred metres off the beach to see how different and unique this weekend really is. 08 is Team Fox, this is Eclipse, and there's a battle royal here for the lead of P150. But there's no battle at the front of the Panther 250 class because Pertemps has stopped in the water. Another victim of the tremendous battering this race dishes out. Everything's double bolted and triple tie wrapped, but to no avail. The Peters and May boat almost like a different part of the country. The water's so different, and from up here it looks as though Helvetia Wealth has got the edge on Team 88 despite the wider line, and so it is. Second place for Shelley Jury Lee and Dan Smith. The P150s are on the home run as well, and they'll have been told that the race distance has been shortened. This is going one lap and not two, so this is the battle for the win, not the flag, and it's happening in both classes, P150 and P1 Panther 250. It's Darren Hook and David Harwood who lead the big boats home then. And we just caught a glimpse of Shelley Jury Lee and Dan Smith, not too far behind them. Team Purple are running third in P150. But here's the Peters and May boat still strong in the lead, heading home for a win that will spoil Pertemps' unbroken string of victories, but won't affect their championship. Team 88 is second in the points, but will finish this race behind Peters and May, which is third in the points. So that does mean that an awful lot will depend on the final race in Liverpool in a couple of weekends' time. It's all to play for still. This is Aztec Racing, piloted by Azam Ali, who made his Aquacross debut this weekend as well. Second place, first time on the podium after an injury that threatened her career. Should make Shelley Jury Lee very happy. Running in with the needles in the background, heading back towards Hurst Castle. And here's Pertemps, well down after mending a throttle cable in these seas, but fourth place could be vital to the championship. Team 88, Simon Bales and Philippa Baker, they will get third, and this is the calmest part of the race. The organisers have made a brave and a wise decision to cut it short and reduce it by 50%. And these two think this is the battle for victory, but there are penalties in the wind because Eclipse and Team Fox seem to have cut inside one of the marker buoys, and that will drop them right down the leaderboard, but they don't know that. And just look how close they are after an hour of racing in these tough, rough seas, literally neck and neck, side by side as they race for the line. They know it's the finish line and not the end of the lap, but they don't know about the possible penalties, so they cross the line together, and that really does underline the whole point of a one-make championship like this. How much closer could they be? Results time for the P1 Panthers. No penalties here, just a great recovery by Pertemps, a fantastic return to the podium for Helvetia Wealth, and a superb victory for Peters and May.
Well, new to the Peters and May boat this weekend, David and Darren, and a win, guys. You made that, just your own.
Yeah, it's a good race. I mean, we was in the pack for the first leg. It was quite lumpy the first leg. There's boats all over the place, and then we sort of got a bit of clear water and had the legs on people, I think, and just got away from them.
Has it changed the leaderboard? Not really, though the Pertemps margin is small enough to be overturned at the final round when we get to Liverpool. And in P150, it's nothing but good news for Team Purple. 4 rounds, 4 maximum scores, and though they too will have to go to Liverpool for a decision, this really does give them a pretty unshakable grip on the title. No wonder they're happy with it.
Stuart, a fantastic result for you.
Yeah, it's a good result, but it's not the way we would have liked to have won it.
Talk us through a bit of the controversy out there.
Well, apparently we didn't see it, but the other 2 teams that came in before us actually missed a mark, so have taken a penalty for that, and that puts us to the front. So we've won by default, but who knows whether they would have been that far up front if they had have taken the mark. I don't know. I suspect they probably would have been, but it's just the way it is.
Here are the points then, and with 4 rounds out of the 5 completed, it all looks fairly convincing for Team Purple, but that could be tempting providence.
Well, despite very difficult conditions out on the water, a fantastic weekend and great to see Shelley back on the podium this time round. That's it from us here in Cowes. We'll see you next time when we'll be in Liverpool.
That's it.